Welcome to That's Fantastic. My name is Paul Morrison and we're getting to know Miracle on 34th Street. We've just stepped outside from the rehearsals just to have a chat with Rod and Louise in regard to the production. And Rod Herbert is playing Chris Kringle and Louise Jacques is playing Doris Walker. And Rod, you've got pretty big shoes to fill in this particular production. What drew you to that particular role?
Yeah, I don't know. I think everybody wants to be Santa Claus at some point in their life, don't they?
Oh, absolutely, yes. And you're playing the role of Doris, which goes through a mix of emotions through the show.
It does.
Yes, and how does your character grow through the production itself?
Doris definitely has her barriers built very high in the beginning of the show. She's gone through some struggles romantically in her life, and it definitely, as the show builds, she slowly lets those walls down.
And speaking of romance, there was the much publicised search for Fred Gailey, and
Yes.
Dean Irwin has now stepped into that role.
He has.
He's
and
doing great.
He's
really.
doing wonderfully, yes. He's fit right in, and we're very pleased to have him.
Excellent. And Gabrielle Dagger is playing your daughter in the show as well.
She is. She's an absolute superstar. She's just delightful.
And watching the rehearsal, you two are working together really well.
Yeah, she's
been
beautiful.
great.
I enjoy my rehearsals with her.
And with the musical Miracle on 34th Street, it's pretty obvious what you're going to get. It's going to be a light-hearted, family-friendly, Music Man style production. Is that the right assessment? It's a massive ensemble show. What are we going to get from
I think so,
this
but there's a
production?
really good underlying story in this. Do you know what I mean? About bringing everybody together at that time of the year and letting down your guard and, becoming a family. That's really what it's all about.
Yeah, there's the big numbers, there's the light-hearted music, there's kids, there's fun, but there is that, as Rod said, the underlying story of love.
Yes,
Yeah.
because with Christmas getting more and more commercial, this musical focuses on the real reason behind Christmas and the story of family and love and all those sorts of things.
It does, and miracles happen.
They do.
The best part is, though, there's actually the musical itself isn't well known, and I think this will be the first time it'll be performed around this area. But there's a lot of tunes in it that once you hear them, you go, oh, actually, I know that from somewhere, or that's very familiar. So there's a lot of underlying, parts in it that people are actually going to go, oh, I know that, or I recognise that from a kid.
Absolutely, and there's plenty of people that just love this movie. So Miracle on 34th Street is voted the second best Christmas movie ever made. It got a rating of 96% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Wow.
And so I guess my question for you is, what are your favourite Christmas movies?
I love Actually.
Okay.
I actually, my wife and I wait for every Christmas. It turns up on the TV and we're sitting there watching it. It's great.
Miracle on 34th Street is up there for me. That's one that I grew up watching when I was a little child, but Home Alone.
Oh,
Yes,
yes.
I would
Home
have to
Alone
agree.
is a Christmas movie. Every single Christmas, that's what we.
I love
that's what
Home
we
Alone.
put
I
on.
love Elf. There's so many
Elf.
many Christmas movies out there.
Love a good Christmas movie.
Yeah, so number one for the record is It's a Wonderful Life. Is considered the number one Christmas movie ever made, with Miracle on 34th Street a very close second. But what I wanted to do was play a bit of a game with you, because there's a lot of US traditional aspects to the story of Miracle on 34th Street. So what I thought I would do was give you a few different countries and how they celebrate Christmas, and I want you to tell me whether it's true or false.
Ooh,
Okay.
Yeah.
So the first one is in the Czech Republic on Christmas Day, all the single women throw a shoe at the front door, and if the toes face the door, they'll get married before the next Christmas.
True.
I'm going to go with true.
There's a lot of detail there, wasn't there?
Yeah.
It is actually true.
Yeah.
Yes. So the next one is in Japan. It is a tradition to eat KFC on Christmas Day.
False.
It's actually true.
Oh, what?
KFC actually cornered the market in Japan because there were no turkeys in Japan, and they decided to promote chicken as the next best thing, and now
Wow.
everyone in Japan it's a tradition to eat KFC
Might have
on
to go
Yeah, I'm
Christmas
yeah,
Day.
my husband would love that.
In Spain, farmers paint the noses of their reindeers red for good luck.
No. False.
True.
It's actually false. I made that one up. In Iceland, there are 13 Santa Claus.
False.
Oh, actually, no, I'm going to say true.
That is true.
Yeah.
It's true. And the
you're
further
winning.
thing to that is that those 13 Santa Clauses, they, if you've been a badly behaved child, they put rotten potatoes in all of your shoes instead of giving you presents. Just to add that.
Glad I don't live in Iceland.
Yes, and in the Ukraine, seeing spiders on Christmas Eve is good luck. And it's such good luck that people actually put plastic spiders all over their house on Christmas Eve.
I mean, I don't like the sound of that, but I'm going to go with true.
Yeah, I might go with true there. Yeah.
Yes, it is true.
Oh.
And the story behind it is that if you're too poor to decorate your Christmas tree by having spiders around the Christmas tree, it might actually be decorated in some way.
And there's another little twist to that a day after Christmas they hang a statue of a witch out the front to prevent evil from coming in to take their Christmas gifts away.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you've been doing the same research as me. Very good.
No, I
Very
was
good.
in Spain once.
How do you two celebrate Christmas?
Christmas for me is probably the one time of the year that I've always made it a priority. I don't work, I work in the media,
Yes.
and which is a 24/7 industry, but I've always made it the one day of the year that I don't work. That's my family day. It's a priority to be a family day that day, yeah.
The same, big family events. I come from a huge family, and now being a mum, celebrating with my children and seeing the joy in their eyes on Christmas Day, I live for that. It's the best time of the year. I love Christmas.
Yeah. And you're originally from the UK.
No, from Australia.
Oh,
but
you were
lived
born in
the
Australia, but you lived in the
yeah,
UK. Sorry. But did you experience in the UK the big department store Christmas
Yeah, it's
displays and those sorts of
It's
things?
actually amazing. It's so different to Australia, being in the UK at Christmas time. Like, just the high streets are all lit up. It's amazing, and you know you have to go to places like Hamleys and stuff like that, which they have grottos. So Christmas grottos, which you just before you see Santa, you walk into this different world. Basically, you know, you step through a door and walk into this different world of oversized, large toys and people dressed up, and then Santa Claus right at the end. It's magic. Yeah, really, really magic.
And this show really touches on that because it has the big Macy's environment, but then it also has the big Grand Parade, and it focuses on all the really big, fantastic aspects of Christmas in America.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does.
You know, the one thing I really liked about living overseas at Christmas time is it's cold at Christmas.
I've always wanted to have a white Christmas.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's my
And
dream.
it's so different to being here.
Yeah.
It's actually, it feels more like Christmas because it is cold.
Yeah. White Christmas.
And you mentioned you're in the media, and we do this performing as a hobby. So I do like to find out what people do as their day jobs to facilitate their performing hobbies. So you're in the media. You're
Yep.
a cameraman.
No. I manage our camera department now, so I look after sending them out on the road and filming all their stuff for the news and getting it back for 6 o'clock and making sure it goes to air successfully. Yeah.
No pressure.
No
pressure
pressure
there
at
at
all.
Wow.
No.
So this must be a good, nice release for you.
Yeah, it is. This is my release for sure.
And,
Absolutely.
and yourself, Louise?
I'm a primary school teacher, so I'm kind of on show every day, all
Yes.
day. Yeah, it's a performance every day, but I love it.
And then you've come to rehearse the show with plenty of kids in it as well.
I have, yes. I love the children.
Yeah, excellent. Good to hear. So Michael Astle is the director. So we are expecting some visual masterpiece, and we're expecting the costumes to be absolutely fantastic.
Yes.
The rest of the production team, you've got Lizzie Bridges as the MD and Nikki Newman as the choreographer. How are you enjoying working with that team?
Oh, we can't comment on
No?
We've signed an agreement.
You signed a confidentiality agreement,
Yeah,
all right. Well,
yeah,
you'll have to
yeah.
come and see the show. How you're all getting along?
that. No, they're really good. Their vision for the show is really strong, and
Yeah.
I think the end product is going to be magical. It's going to be Christmas on stage.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to that. So it's 110 days till Christmas, just in case you're wondering. So there's no better way to celebrate than buying tickets to a local community theatre performance of Miracle on 34th Street. It opens on the 12th of October, so we can all say that Christmas has come early this year.
Absolutely.
And
yeah.
all the booking details will be on the video information along with this particular interview. Rod and Louise, thank you for your time.
No
and
worries.
be fantastic. Thank you.